Hello, this is James Pugh on YouTube, or JP Outdoors over on Rumble. I'm doing my intro to Survival Seeds 2026 collaboration here. And a little about myself. I'm a gardener since I've been a kid. My parents always had a garden, a big garden. My grandfather taught me how to garden as a kid, and he had a mess load of gardens. He had like 15, I think, at one time on property. But started off young, and when me and my wife moved into this house and rented from family, we started a garden here not too far afterward, and I started putting videos on YouTube a couple years ago. Right after COVID, I started putting garden videos on YouTube. It is like part of my outdoors slash homesteading, showing people that you can take a little bit of property in town, and I'm in town, and grow a garden with your own organic vegetables in it and produce in it. Me and my wife both have chronic illnesses. I got colitis and IBS-C and mix of stuff, so issues there with chronic illnesses, basically autoimmune diseases. With me, she has one as well that messes with her sugar slash hormone balance. So trying to eat healthy is the best way to help with those. So that's why we went to growing our own garden, especially during the summer and the fall. There's my large garden, guys. You can tell there's houses all around me. And I've planted anything from tomatoes, cabbage. I've tried to do parsnips. I've done carrots. I done sweet potatoes. One year they did really good. One following year they didn't do too well. Rabbits got a hold of it. I've done corn once, but we didn't get good out of it, results out of it. But I plan on doing corn again. I wanted to try to do quinoa if possible. I did lavender last year twice, and it did not come out either way. Once in here, once in a small flower pot. I still need to try to do lavender again, because I've had lavender at my parents' house where it just, as a kid, it took off. So I definitely want to try that again. We've done all your herbs in small pots and small flower pots in the past. I've done lettuce in here. I've done greens in here that I gave the family. Color greens, that's what I gave to everybody in my family, is color greens, because I grew a mess load of them, and they really produced, especially on that far backside. I usually use, it's just plain dirt here in Pennsylvania, other than I add food clippings into it all winter long, and then in summer I do a bag of homemade compost. I put that in there. So you do compost in a grow bag, and I just dump that in at the end of the year. If you look back at my videos, I had a really big sunflower in here last year in the middle of the garden, grew up with like 10 different heads on it. Then last year, that was last year, the year before, none of them came up. I planted white Russians and normals, and then because they got ate up by the rabbits, and my green beans got ate up by the rabbits last year. My tomatoes were crazy last year. I had 21 plants, and they were all transplanted by putting stuff in my garden. So, sorry about the glare. It's going like a little after 5 o'clock here. But those were all transplants. Like, I had it marked as Survival Seeds 2025 because they come up on their own. buy regular seeds from tomatoes. Being the garden, I just transplant them on the edge and just let them go. And I had some of my other garden come up also. I'll show you that garden in a minute. But I had really good luck with jalapenos and bell peppers in this garden. My peppers always do good for the most part. Last year I did 2 1-gallon bags plus a half. And then the year before I did, I think 130 some plus. No, it was more than 130. It was like close to over 300 some jalapenos picked. And I lost count how many tomatoes I picked last year. It was crazy a bit, and it were all mixed varieties. And all of those got made into sauce. So, this garden's always produced. There's different stuff I want to try. There's different stuff I want to try. Didn't have no good luck here with strawberries, where my grandfather always had good luck with strawberries. But I only tried those in a small little planter pot. That right there is all wild onions coming up right there. There's some up in right in there too. That's not my yard, but they are coming up. These are a mix of onions from the garden that I retransplanted and some wild onions I picked out of my yard. And there's my onions for spring. This garden was planted with potatoes a couple years ago. Picked out 140 some out of there. Small ones. I've done beets in it. I've done spinach in it last year. I did tomatoes in it last year, but they came up on their own, so I just let them go. All those videos are on my channel. I've also planted those before with herbs and different stuff. Grow bags I actually do like for certain things. Usually use it for compost, or I use them for done potatoes, done carrots. I've stored lettuce in them, and I've transferred my lettuce to my garden one year. This garden will be getting bigger. Like I was saying in another video, I'm going to go a little bit more that way, a little bit more this way, and maybe a little bit more this way, and maybe a little bit more this way. Try to expand it just a little bit to give me a little bit more room, so I'm not pushing on the edges, trying to grow up in here on the edge of the garden, trying to squeeze space. The wife really wants to go to grow beds or raised beds. We just haven't did it yet. She's really pushing on that because of the rabbit problem. But right now, I think I'm just going to plant this garden how it is this year. And I had 10 to 10 in it one year. I put lime in it one year, and I put in zinc in it last year. This ground. Actually, I sprinkled that from a whole yard for water retention. I did a video on that. Go check it out. Jalapeno seeds, I try to keep mine from the year before when I picked all those crazy jalapenos. I kept all of those seeds and try to redo them, restart them from those seeds. But we didn't really have the greatest luck with those jalapeno seeds. I might not have been able to keep them right or something, but really didn't get good luck with those jalapeno seeds. I think I only got I can't remember how many plants I got out of it, but it wasn't a lot. But just giving a quick update on my garden for survival seeds 2025 for this collaboration. I will go and tag people that are doing this and where you can join it at in the bottom of the video. Thank you. Enjoy your garden season, and let us know how you go. Talk to you guys later.